Schools create discipline programs and procedures and plans and all these different things to get children to behave correctly. The way we get people to behave correctly in our schools is to use punishment to correct when they disobey. So ultimately, what we end up doing is becoming like the police in our schools, because police in the criminal justice society uses this exact same procedure. As educators, we become the police in our schools. When we do a school walkthrough, these are the things that we hear. Sit down. As we're walking through the hallway, you can hear this from the classrooms. Sit down. Be quiet. Stop doing that. Don't make me call your mama. All these different things, right? We hear it so often and frequently, we become numb to those statements. That's just common practice. This is what we do in schools, because we as educators are constantly now, we're trained to look out for what? Disobedience. We're sensitive to the disobedience. We're looking for disobedience so that we can correct it, because that's how our discipline program is designed. And police do the exact same thing, because for a lot of people, the only time you see the police is when you did something wrong. But you know what? Our children in our schools know the same thing or feel the same way about us, because the only time their name is called is when they're doing the wrong thing. We were working at a residential facility in Florida for all girls. This is an all girls facility. We were working with this organization. Now, these girls were in short incarcerated, if you will. We're setting up our room to do a presentation and training for these kids. Next door, it sounds like a madhouse. I mean, banging on walls, yelling. They come walk into our room. So now I'm nervous. I'm like, yo, what are we about to experience with these girls? They walk into our session. They're so polite and mannerable. And they're sitting there ready to have a conversation. They're curious. And we asked the girls, why were y'all acting like that over there? And this is what several of them said. Oh, Hotep, we just playing, that's the only way we get attention. No one cares when you're doing the right thing. So we just act like that just to get the attention from the teacher.